Hey guys, welcome back to Print Start 3D, and today we're going to do a setup video for the Anycubic Ace Pro. We're going to connect it to the Kobra 3 Max. Here it is, I'm showing you on the Kobra S1 combo, and we're printing a model from Flexi Factory. So let's get right into the setup and see how it works. Anycubic Ace Pro, or the Anycubic Color Engine, and we're going to unbox it and get it set up with the Max here. Alright. Super simple. Here we have the Ace Pro unit. Take some of the foam off here. Alright, so this is actually my third one of these. I have one on the Kobra 2, and I have one over there as well. But we're gonna see how to hook it up. Here's everything that you have to do to install the filament cutter and the filament hub. And here's more stuff. So you can pause it if you want to look at the instructions here. What makes this so much better than the Bamboo Lab is it is heated, so it can dehydrate. It will dehydrate your filament. It's a heated chamber. It'll dry it out and get rid of moisture and stuff, so you don't have to worry about desiccant or anything like that. It's just a dryer. It's just like my filament dryers up there. A little white bag in there. We'll grab a filament cutter and this the filament hub. Take this little decorative door off, as they call it, and probably like this. Yeah, install that. So that's the filament cutter. So the filament cutter essentially will collide with that and then cut the filament. Perfect. Now on the filament hub, there's 2 screws right in the back here. So what I did, what you just saw me do, is, for like, how did I get the filament out? Well, typically you have to heat the nozzle and then remove the filament, but what I just did, I used the filament cutter and the filament tension here to remove the filament instead of heating it up. So now we can spin this, and let's remove this roll. So now we can take this guy and just set it right there and then screw it in. Like I said, there's 2 screw holes, and there's 2 screw holes in the back. Alright, so both of those screws are in. Now we're gonna do the purge wiper. We have the poop launcher. This will launch the waste just like the Kobra 3. We just have to install it. There's 2 screw holes right here, and then these 2 holes line up with that. Alright, so I kind of messed up a little bit. What you got to do, this notch right here will go into there, and then you slide it over. So don't focus on the screws at first. Just make sure you get that into the notch like this, and then slide it once it's in, like here it's in, and then slide over, and then put the screws in. So that's what I messed up on. All right, so there is the filament purge. So this device will pretty much just sling filament. Every time it changes colors, it'll go right here, and then it'll sling it away. What you're gonna do is plug in the power cable, and then you're gonna plug in the data cable too. You're gonna plug it into the side right here, and then into the back of this right here. I'm probably gonna have to make a separate video after this one where I go over the results of the multicolor print. I'm gonna start one after I finish setting this up, guys, and then also at the same time I'm gonna finish filming. I know it's been a while, and I apologize that I was out for a long time, but I'm gonna finish up the Kobra S1 combo videos as well. So let's try to plug this guy in here. Bam, just like that. Put that in the 6-pin. And now just connect it to power. Now let's connect all these Bowden tubes. So first, so we can get rid of this whole contraption right here. Just remove, just take this off here. And then push down and pull, just like that. Push down on this black part to get it out. Just get rid of that because we will probably never use this again. So get rid of this. And now you can see these 4 holes right here. That's where all the Bowden tubes are gonna go with this right here. And then 4 of them go right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, these are super long. All right. So what you want to do is take these little blue things off. There we go. So I'm just taking these little blue clips off. All right, and now we can stick our Bowden tube in there and just push it down, make sure it's seated in there. You can do the same for, oh, I just bent that tube, but that's all right. And you see how I'm pushing down to make sure I'm making sure that Bowden tube is fully pushed in there against that coupler so I don't have any feeding problems with my filament. So that's why I'm pushing them down like that. Just to make sure that the Bowden tube is pressed against that coupler and you won't have any feeding issues. And then you put these little clips back on. And sometimes they're pretty hard to get on. Oof, damn, that hurt. Oh my God. I just broke my fingernail in half on that shit. Oh my God. Definitely not recommend doing that. Alright, so once you got all these little Bowden tubes connected, what you want to do is just take one at a time. Just take one at a time and just kind of pick one of these holes here and just feed it right through. I'm going to kind of do it in a way so they don't get really tangled up. I don't want them to be all tangled up and stuff, so just try to do your best and just keep them aligned. A little bit easier if you just slide that piece off. This thing is really kind of hard to put together, actually. Alright. Alright, that wasn't too bad. There we go. So there's all the Bowden tubes. Probably want them to be more. So now take your Bowden tubes. And I like to have them like in the same direction. I don't like them getting all tangled. So this one's gonna go there. This one to here. This one to here. And you can still do that trick where you kind of move them up and down to make sure they're locked in. And now, a really important thing, move the print head all the way over. And you can see this one's a little tighter, so I'm going to give it some more slack. Yeah, so just kind of, you know, work them around. I like them to be all even and nice. We're going to take these. And we are going to put one just like this. Just like that. And then also, you're going to put that orange cable, because there's 5 little slots in that star shape thing. So there we go, that's perfect right here. And now this mess over here, it's gonna be another one of these right here. It look like this, 4 tubes going through here. Got the orange cable clipped in, all good. That looks all good to me. Let's turn it on. So now you can see the ace is already recognized by the printer. And look at this, we can turn on the filament dryer, set a temperature and time. Now there's hot air blowing inside of there, so it's going to dry your filament, which is absolutely amazing. And here we can select. So if I put a roll, say if I want to print, let's say if I want to print with a orange color, here's my orange color. I'm going to drop it into number 1, make sure it rolls nice, and then just insert it into the slot. Yep, there we go. It's going to grab it. You just got to push it down a little bit, and it should start loading up. So yeah, there's one color here, and I'm going to load up a few other colors real quick. I'm actually going to use some Anycubic filament. Here's some G-Tech apple green. Alright. It's really cool. This whole thing is warm now, so it's actually drying the filament as it prints. Alright, so there we got orange, blue, green, and purple. Oh, so we got a little tangle right here. But check it out, look at this. Look at my filament's tangled up. What we're going to do, pull out the filament, and then keep my finger on that knot. You see that knot right here? I'm just going to lift up, push. I'm going to keep it right there and pull this one through. And then let go. And that is how you untangle a roll of filament. Oh, and then start pushing back what you pulled out, like this. Just go right here, and then just untie the knot, essentially. So I'm going to pull it back. I'm going to pull it through the top. There we go. And now to check if it's still tangled, just pull the filament, act like you're the 3D printer, and you see how it's not getting tangled anymore. See? So now we could just roll it back up. And feed it back in. The Ace Pro unit is super cool. I've used it before. I've used it on this printer and the Kobra 3S combo. So the Ace Pro unit is absolutely amazing. I've used it on this printer and this printer right here, the Kobra S1, and it works pretty good. Welcome back to the print room, guys. I kind of moved some stuff around and it is kind of a mess in here. You can see all my stuff is just absolutely a mess, like a tornado went through here. It's been a few weeks, guys, since I made a video, and I apologize for the delay, of course. I just had to take some time for myself. I'm trying to get back into everything right now. Here is a model from Flexi Factory. This model takes a long time to print because it's multicolor. It takes about 1 day and 3 hours to print this model, and there's 2 of them on the build plate, so it's kind of a 2-for-1 deal here. As you can see here, it is really high quality for this print, but you of course have the occasional little string and blob from all of the different color changes. On this model, nearly every single layer was a color change. That means I had to stop, move the nozzle, change color, and then come back and start printing again. So yeah, this is the Ace Pro being used on the Kobra S1. It's pretty cool, guys. It does have the RFID technology in there, so if the spool is compatible, such as a Anycubic spool, it can read the color and automatically input it there. I have some Anycubic filament right there. I got some Amylin PLA. They're matte blue and pink, looks super nice. And then I also have another Anycubic color. It's like a tan orange color. I'm gonna have more videos in August, guys. Like I said, I was just taking a little bit of time for myself, trying to get back into it. I'm gonna have a bunch of cool videos for you guys, such as the V2, the Kobra V2 right here, and then the Kobra 3 Max as well. We did print an entire Mandalorian helmet on this bad boy. I did make a video about it. It's part of the review video on the Kobra 3 Max. I also have a review video on all of these amazing printers right here. I do have a lot more other printers as well, including resin printers and everything. So if you want to go check them out, guys, I have a link in my bio. I have an Anycubic affiliate link, so that affiliate link actually helps me a lot when you guys buy through it. A lot of people actually bought some stuff a few months ago. It helped me out a lot, so I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, let me know down below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.